I hope we slept well. Welcome to our second lesson of cooperative development and management with your facilitator, Prudence Chirunga Banda. Yesterday, we introduced cooperative development and management, and what we only did, we looked at what we were going to cover, and we said we're going to cover 6 topics that are cooperative essentials, effective cooperative management, the role of cooperative members or the shareholders, duties and responsibilities of the board members who are the board of directors, the role of the management staff, and also the role of the employees in a cooperative. We then even looked at the definition of cooperatives, right? And I also gave you an assignment where you're supposed to define what a cooperative is. And almost everybody managed to tackle this question. So a cooperative, we define a cooperative to be an autonomous association of persons united voluntarily to meet their common economic, social, and cultural needs and aspiration through a jointly owned and democratic controlled enterprise. This is the definition of a cooperative, right? And then we also looked at why should we form cooperatives. We said we form cooperatives as a result of certain needs. The needs become the reason why people come together to form this company called a cooperative, right? We also said cooperative plays a major role in some areas where where private businesses hesitate to go, or the authorities are not offering such services. So a cooperative comes handy to play that role of filling that gap that would have been created. So this is what we talked about yesterday. So today we are going to move on and talk about the benefits of a cooperative to the members and to the community and to the nation at large. And we are also going to talk about the principles and values of a cooperative. Are we excited? Are we excited to learn, ladies and gentlemen? If you've got a question pertaining what we learned about yesterday, you are free to hit my DM so that we can discuss further, right? Thank you for submitting your written and your oral presentations. Sorry, I think I'm coming up with a cough, so I'll be coughing here and there. I'm sorry for that. Thank you for submitting your oral and written assignments from yesterday's question. Thank you. That's your assignment looked like you really did some research, but nevertheless, there is a consent on the layout, the formatting of your essays. They didn't have an introduction and they didn't have a conclusion, but the body was well written. But I just had a problem that you're not introducing your topic and you're not concluding. So from today's work, can we try to introduce our topic, and then we also conclude, and let us not also forget to mention the references from where we are getting our information, right? Now we're going to look at the principles that govern the running of a cooperative, right? So principles are laws or bylaws that are set of how things are supposed to be done, right? So for the cooperative or an entity organization to survive, it should be governed by some principles, right? Because even in a home, there are principles, there are values, there are way of there's a way of how things are supposed to be done within that family or organization or that cooperative. So the first one is voluntary and open membership. We are not supposed to force people to join you, and you're not supposed to refuse people to join you based on their gender, social, racial, political, or religious difference. So you're not supposed to discriminate anyone. So everybody is open to join you as long as they're above the age of 18. It doesn't matter that they're an ex-convict, they are the township or village prostitutes, they 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 don't come from a good name, from a good family, all those things. We should set them aside. Their personality always clashes with everybody. All those things, we don't have to consider them when we're taking in people in a cooperative, right? Then number two, cooperatives are democratic organizations controlled by their members who actively participate in setting their policies and making decisions. So a cooperative is a democratic member control organization where the members are the ones that set the policies and make the decisions. And it is usually one vote, one member. So when a when a suggestion is put on table, they debate over it, and to sum it up, they have to vote. Whatever wins is what will be implemented. But when voting, members should be cautious that they don't vote for something that can lead to the downfall of their organization. Then number three, members are supposed to participate economically. Members contribute equally to this democratic controlled entity. Their capital is what is used as a capital share. In most cases, members usually receive limited compensation over whatever they put in these cooperatives. So of late, some were even becoming reluctant, or they've been frustrated to contribute. So it is very, very important for members to participate economically, to support their cooperatives, since we say these are controller user. So if you cannot help, then nobody will come and do that. Autonomy and independence. That's the principle number 5. Cooperatives are autonomous self-help organizations controlled by their members. If they enter in any agreement with either an organization, including the government or any private organization, to raise capital from external sources, they do so on terms of that they ensure democratic control of their members, and they have to actually maintain the autonomy of their cooperative, of which most of the time it doesn't happen, like I said when I was talking about the values, because people, they become vulnerable because somebody is giving them aid. I'm going to give like an example. And every time when a cooperative is entering into an agreement with a third part, they should always think about that. I'll give an example. There's a brother here. There's a family, actually a man who is married with 3 children, right? And the man is working, and then for some reason he's laid off. This wife has been a full-time housewife who hasn't been doing anything, and so they are like bankrupt. They don't even have money, but they've got bills to pay. So there comes now the big brother to this man, and he says, okay, I'll help you. I'll be giving you an allowance every month. I'll pay you rentals, and I'll also make sure that I pay the school fees for the kids. Are you going to give your wife to your brother because he has given you aid? That's food for thought, right? So cooperatives, when they're entering agreements with third party, they should always maintain their so they should always remain sorry for that. When cooperatives are entering any any third party agreement, they have to make sure that they remain autonomous so that the other part does not take over full control of their entity. And the fifth principle is education, training, and information. Cooperatives provide education and training for their members. No? Even the elected representatives, the managers, and the employees, so that they can contribute effectively. Knowledge, information is power. So every time you hear there is this workshop for cooperatives, make sure you release your members, even the executive, even the workers, so on management, so that they can go and learn more, so that they can be able to run effectively. Because learning is a continuous process. Because the bylaws that will be here are here today. Trust me, in the next 1 or 2 years, they won't be here. They would have twisted a bit or totally changed. So it is important to be up to date with information. So go out to the stakeholders that offer this information. Find out the latest information they have about cooperative, so that you can be able to effectively run. Then number 6, cooperation amongst cooperatives. I'll repeat that one. Cooperation amongst cooperatives. Cooperatives serve their members most effectively and strengthen the cooperative movement by working together through local, national, regional, and international structures. So it is very, very important for you to cooperate with others. You can even cooperate with other cooperatives that can be doing the same thing you're doing, or a different thing. Because if you remain in a nutshell, trust me, you won't be able to function properly. Then number 7, concern for community. When we introduced cooperatives, we defined what a cooperative is, and we said a cooperative is built after finding a need in the community, right? So it is very, very vital and very, very important for the cooperative to have concern over the community. Cooperatives work for their sustainable development of their community through policies approved by their members, right? And as they are working, they should always plow back to the community that they intend to serve, that they're actually serving, right? They should be involved in social responsibility. They don't just have to be interested in the money that they'll be getting from the community, but they have to also help. Help doesn't only mean money. It can just even time to just visit that poor widow there. Time to just go and check on those orphans, those children, that child who's also raising children. Just go and check on them, how they're doing. Be a father figure, be a mother figure to them. That can actually help. So cooperatives should not only be interested in what they get from the community, but they should also be able to give to the community as well. So I've got another appointment that I have to run to. So today I'll wind off here. I hope we have all understood. If there are any questions, feel free to DM me. And you know the funny part, nobody has even come to my DM to ask anything, which means people, you're getting me right? And I hope there won't be mistakes when we come to the implementation part, because your silence to me means you're getting everything right time.
Thank you so much for having that good moment. We are going to continue next time with Madam Prudence Chirunga Banda. I want you to do me a favor that you may like the video and also subscribe if you are not you have not subscribed. Thank you so much and God bless you. See you next time in the next class.